Please let there be no technical difficulties today. Please. That's all I ask. Hey everyone, it's me Gavin Vengeance, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be streaming the second part to the Archon quest for version 3.2, Akasha Pulses, the Kalpa Flame Rises. We left off yesterday on a little bit of a cliffhanger. You know, I had to run, make supper for the family, all that good stuff, but we will take care of it today. We will get it done and taken care of and all that good stuff, and maybe possibly even start the story or the Archon quest for Nahida, possibly, maybe not, maybe I'll do that in a separate stream, I don't know, but anyways, I am very anxious to get into some more Genshin Impact, because I love this game. I don't hate this game, I love this game. If you say you hate this game, then you're probably upset about Endgame, but anywho, that's neither here nor there. I just want to play some Genshin, so again, hopefully everything sounds good. I increased the audio as well, just in case things sounded a little bit low in the last stream or whatever, but we will go from there. Anyway, let's dive into it. I know I say anyway a lot, holy crap, man. I gotta get into this game. Anyways, we're back, man. It's Genshin time. I have been very much pondering what's gonna happen, and I have zero idea still. How's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Appreciate you showing up. I know that you probably weren't here for the last part of it, but I'm very glad that you left a comment on that last stream, so that's good signs right there. People are still watching the past broadcasts. Awesome. Huge thumbs up for me. Very much appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. I have been up for a very long time so far today, so I'm feeling a little bit tired, but I got some coffee, so we are good to go and continue the story quests. I'm gonna shut up now and listen.
How's it going, Nahida? I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement.
Wow, that's hot. The coffee.
Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Greater Lord Ruka Devata's design is truly brilliant.
Well, you know. So, I'm guessing at this point Nahida doesn't realize who Greater Lord Ruka Devata is. Just going on a limb there.
Oh, also, this is for you.
Oh, shit!
Huh? What's this little floaty thing?
I believe this is our companion that's gonna help us out with the upcoming boss battle.
It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha terminal.
Okay, that's interesting.
I may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations.
Love the foreshadowing.
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon!
Better be careful, Paimon, or else I will replace you.
We're both small things that float! Oh, all the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the Traveler from now on, people won't remember Paimon because she isn't unique anymore!
I don't know what to say.
It can't replace you. It's only a flying device, but you're the Traveler's irreplaceable friend.
I guess.
You're so good at comforting people, Nahida. If only the Traveler was as smart as you.
Careful now, emergency food.
I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth. I wasn't trying to comfort you. Nahida, you're natural at this. What you just said made Paimon even happier.
She is very kind.
There's something I need to confess.
Okay.
Even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, I'm not very good at fighting.
She is an incredible support character, though, from what I've experienced thus far.
You may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, I'm not as well loved as Greater Lord Ruka Devata. If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on you, and I'll do my best to provide support. I'm glad I can rely on you.
She needs reassurance, and again, she really does need the love of her people.
So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fighting? That actually sounds about right. I've located where the false god is. Time is of the essence. So
Zero strength, all int. Oh man, I'm very close to the boss battle, I take it. Now I feel bad that I stopped streaming when I did yesterday. Ah, crap. Whoops. Let's swap out you for Nahida, who I still don't have fully built, but
There's still so many places
I think
for
all of
us
the
to
materials that
explore.
I need to at least increase her ascension one more level should have respawned today, so I'll probably collect those some time later, because it's kind of boring. I don't want to be going doing collectibles.
What is this place? Is this really the way we need to go?
Okay, I fully intend to try to get through it, so we will do our best.
Wow. Who would have thought there'd be a place like this hidden right slap bang in the middle of the city? The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered.
How's the audio sound?
The safest and most convenient way
Is the game
would
loud
be to
enough?
build within the academia itself. That's true. They were already hiding one god, so why not two?
Paimon, please.
Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking.
Perfect, thank you.
The sages really saw the god creation plan as their ultimate goal. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the academia alone. The Fatui under the Doctor sure didn't hold back.
I was gonna say,
They
it had to be the
provided a
Fatui.
lot of technological support. Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
So, the god that they're creating with Scaramouche, is that the same god that they're trying to create in order to, like, be the downfall of the existing gods? Is that, like, are they obtaining all of the Gnosis in order to infuse it into a god, right, of their own creation? I'm guessing this is probably that god,
Is that it, though?
but I'm still not 100% on
I
that.
felt that this Doctor is different from the academia sages. He doesn't seem to share their sense of urgency. Instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's enjoying the experimental process.
Of course he is, he's a mad scientist.
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos. So, the Doctor being weird is actually normal. So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god is called the Balladeer? We had
Yep.
previously come into contact with his consciousness. He harbors particularly strong obsessions.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I know that there was mention of them creating a god in order to combat the existing gods, or I don't want to say the sustainer of heavenly principles. I'm terrible at remembering names. But like the archons, right? Like they want to obtain the Gnosis from the archons in order to not cast them aside, I guess, but like, well, maybe I guess it would be the sustainer of heavenly principles now that I actually like sound it out, because as far as I'm aware, the sustainer of heavenly principles is really like the be all end all, like end god, the queen god, if you will.
One is the desire for a Gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for one.
But you want to know what's kind of strange? If that's the case, why don't any of the archons know or acknowledge the sustainer of heavenly principles' existence? Isn't that odd?
The other obsession is probably related to his past.
Is it possible that she's
I
not
can't
related
quite explain
to it? I don't think so, because I mean, again, talking about it, her pretty much resetting the timeline, in my opinion, or casting aside the twins at the beginning of the game and setting them apart, I would think that that's probably the result of Conria reaching a certain technological level and the gods being like, nope, time to shut that shit down. So I feel like she's definitely related to the archons, but it's very, very strange how they don't like acknowledge her.
Paimon knows
Or at
that
least
he
from
was a
what I've read.
prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger.
Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense.
That's why he wants a Gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Now with that temper and ego of his. It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well.
We have.
I see. Tell me more about him and what he's like. The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react to any future situation.
I got a horrible cough right now.
Ah, I see. How fascinating. Alright, time to go. Let's get through here and meet him in person.
This ought to be interesting. Really loving the design of this area too. I don't know, there's just something about like man-made structures underground that always gets me. I don't know.
Time to work.
Let's begin.
Work time.
Get out of here! I'm going in! Here comes the cash. Inazuma shines eternal!
True. I do remember this. Thank you for reminding me. Jeez, dude. Yeah, that makes sense. They are essentially turning, or not turning a blind eye to it, but remaining silent so that way they don't incur the wrath or pop more than likely, or upset them in some way. But they also, again, do not let on what plans
Looks like we can
are,
climb up these pipes.
or not what plans. All they pretty much say, they're very vague about it. They're just like, yeah, you don't want to piss them off. Dude, this is so cool. I love areas like this. Is that a treasure chest? Okay.
The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it.
I have a feeling that whenever we get to Snezhnaya, there's going to be a lot of similar environments to this. I was also going to say Fontaine,
Continue.
but I don't know. I'm kind of... I'm curious to see how Fontaine's going to be. It's definitely going to have a lot of like machinery and stuff involved with it because, you know, the kind of steampunky vibe that a lot of the characters that we meet from there kind of give off. There's definitely going to be a lot of machinery. And we know a little bit about Fontaine as well through like the lore books and stuff, right?
This way,
Ah, shit.
Let's begin.
sharing my knowledge.
Off we go. Quietly now.
Fontaine will be next too, which means we'll probably get it in a little under a year from now. But I'm still very curious. Why am I rotating this multiple times? Do I have to line up the pattern? Okay, let's see what's going on. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what kind of like characters and what they're gonna add to the game at that point. The only ones that we know about right now, right, from Fontaine would be Linny and Lynette, the two characters that were shown off in the Travail trailer.
Crit, you'll get frostbite.
And they look pretty cool.
Teamwork is
But I wonder, are they going to be like one
Illusion
single
shattered.
character that swaps between the two of
Now
them?
you shall perish.
Or are they just going to be like two separate characters?
Can't run from death.
I think that was probably like the set of characters that really kind of like piqued my curiosity the most when I actually first saw that trailer. Because the majority of it is just like, you know, one character per region that it shows off. Oh, whoops.
The carcass stack. Maybe
that's interesting. Treasure chest the other way though, right? Maybe I have to wait until it comes back this way. Oh wait, oh okay, okay, I didn't realize that there was a second one. The conveyor belt's just going on a rectangular track. I see it now. Yep, that was unnecessary. Can it go already? Or no? If I step off this thing, is it gonna move? Alright, I learned my lesson. I have to wait.
Temple of Wisdom!
Game's up. Game's over.
Something's telling me I missed a treasure chest. Yeah, because it's gonna want me to continue on that way. Guaranteed I missed a treasure chest. I'm going back, I don't even care. Don't even care. Gone down the initial route that lift went, right? I'm gonna assume there's nothing down this way. Maybe there is, though. Maybe I should try going this way first. No? Okay. Nothing down that way. It's up here. Well, you know how it goes. Oh, I see it. I see it over there. The story always comes second. How did I not notice that the first time I passed here? It's so obvious. Oh my god. I am blind. How did I not notice that? Fool. See, that was totally worth it. I mean, imagine if I didn't have those dendril sigils. Oh. Would have been catastrophic. It didn't stop for me that time. What the shit? Screw this. Oh man, what rotten luck. Okay, just a bottomless pit. Gotcha. Let's try it and see. This is just gonna bring me in a circle, right? Hello! Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. I am, obviously the mastermind of puzzles, so, you know, I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know if that was right or not. Oh well. We will adjust. I totally had it right the first time. Let me on! We got it, we got it.
Everybody stand back.
What do you guys think of Nahida? Did any of you end up getting her on their banner?
Inazuma shines
Or bother
eternal.
leveling her? Did you also pull for her weapon? Because I'm currently just using sacrificial fragments with her. And I don't really think I want to pull for the weapon. The weapon seems pretty good, but... You like her kit? I will say she's pretty solid support. I'm definitely not mad. Saving since 2.8? That is some intense saving. Good though. I will also be pulling for Wanderer. I think a lot of people are calling him Wanda. I don't really want to call him Wanda. So I also don't want to call him Wanderer. But I'm gonna try getting him, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm not going for Nahida's weapon right now. It would be very... I don't know if it would be very beneficial. It would be beneficial in some regard, but I just want to make sure that I actually get Wanderer, and then also hopefully still have Primo Gems left over for Alhaitham and Dea, if I'm lucky enough. So I'll keep my fingers crossed. I just hope that their weapons aren't incredibly broken, because then I'll feel like I'm gonna have to spend more money on this game.
The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion, or already completed.
Okay.
Oh no, what should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against a Fatui Harbinger with a Gnosis.
I don't look at any leaks or anything either, so I don't know, nor do I want to know currently how Scaramouche's kit is going to be. But it's very, very interesting to me why they went Animo with him instead of Electro, right? So I'm guessing I'm probably going to find out in the story quest at some point.
Are you nervous, Paimon? If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous. Aren't you too, Nahida? Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well.
Same.
Curious? Curious about what?
Yeah, I would think that he would just be, I don't know, more of like a ranged version or something of Raiden Shogun. That'd be pretty cool, but I guess not. He's Animo. And I'm wondering if that's just like a, you know, on the nose kind of like Bohemian Rhapsody, Scaramouche, any way the wind blows, you know?
To me, everything we perceive in this world,
But who
everything
knows?
we learn, and everything that happens to us is considered knowledge. And if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood.
Yeah, that makes sense too. I mean, you know, wind, storms, all kind of goes hand in hand.
However, only fate is about that.
When was the
which has
last
yet to
animal
occur.
character that we got?
So it has always drawn my curiosity.
I can't remember. Like, we got Kazuha rerun, right? But I mean, like, last animal character we would have got would have been the detective dude. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now.
So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge.
Heizo, yeah. Or Heizo.
That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them.
So it's been a while since we had a new animal character, so it kind of makes sense.
And now, at long last, I'm not just an observer anymore.
I can understand that, but I think the reason why I want him is just because I kind of want to have all the Archons and all of the Harbingers, and I know that makes me, like, you know, like everybody else, but I still want to give him a good beatdown because he's been pretty mean to us throughout the story quest.
Isn't this such a wonderful,
But I do
exciting thing?
still want to recruit him for the sake of having the Harbingers and the Archons.
Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're feeling.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Yeah, I kind of wanted him when he was announced. Like, Shao looked really damn cool. But I think the main reason why I didn't roll for him was I feel like there was a banner that came out just before him where I blew, like, pretty much almost all my Primo Gems on it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Here we go. It's time to throw down. Wake up, Scaramouche. Oh, damn.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my...
There's one thing I forgot to point out to you, like the whole, like, tubes and everything, all the hose just stuck in his back.
Standing beside you,
Shit.
the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now, like Greater Lord Ruka devata?
No,
Yes, Paimon.
I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
I wondered, did they not do that
So we're too late?
just because of, like, the divine knowledge capsules driving people mad? The scholars?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
So he's essentially cast himself aside. His previous identity. Oh, shit. Here we go.
Imposing aura. It really feels like a god's.
But notice how Nahida said that she didn't sense any divinity.
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply. How much effort and resources did the sages put into this?
Literally everything.
From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination of human wisdom.
Which I will remind you is flawed.
You sure are something. Dishing out compliments at a time like this?
Human error is a very, very horrible thing.
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every Gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power, and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit excited.
Nahida wouldn't
I'm
feel the same
anxious.
things as you.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, know your place.
I think Paimon's probably a little bit more divine than he is. I don't know.
The strife engraved upon a Gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I see it,
No worries. Thank you very much for stopping by.
all those losses were meaningless. Driven
It
by
will
the
be up in my
demands of
past
the laws.
broadcasts. Just a heads
There's
up.
no point in bringing it up again.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed the fortuity to personally participate in the Archon War.
Probably not a
This is
great thing to
first.
aspire to want to do.
Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power. No wonder your own people have abandoned you, god of wisdom.
Venti doesn't, right?
Your judgment is as your existence, unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer, the god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me in combat.
Man, I am not liking his attitude.
Come.
Dude, I'm
Let us
gonna
reenact
slap
the scene
you.
of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
We'll celebrate. Don't you worry. Let's celebrate.
Perish!
Dude, that voice.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Pick up energy blocks generated during the battle? Okay.
Churn!
Torn to oblivion.
I'm gonna hope that the follow-up battle or the weekly is gonna be a little bit more challenging. Maybe? Alright. Voltron's complete. Let's go. Dude, holy shit. He's gigantic. Oh. Oh. Okay. I probably should have brought some sort of shield to this fight.
Commit to memory. Make yourselves at home.
We will be fine.
Kneel!
We will be fine.
Everybody stand back.
I'm doing nothing to him right now. Alright. Fire, ice.
Burn to oblivion!
Adventure time.
Oh, this is cool. What do I do with this?
Filth!
There is no escape.
Uh-oh. Whoa.
Grow.
Reality is pain!
Was that supposed to happen? Dude, Aether got moves. Get him! Oh, shit! He just dropped me. Oh my god, dude. He's
Supposed to be a battle
savage.
between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boor?
Holy shit! No way, man. No
The
way.
data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my Gnosis from me?
Trump card? Oh, okay. She's imprisoning him. She's sealing him away, right? Totally gotta be what's happening.
We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you
Oh
know
my
that
God!
the effort to create you the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sabzerus festivals and Samsara cycles.
She literally put him in a dream. Holy shit.
Dreams. When did you use it on me?
Badass. I did not see that coming. I should have expected it, but I didn't see it coming.
You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
Knowledge capsule?
Battle experience.
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge.
Dude, this is so cool. This is so damn cool.
To help you find a way to defeat the false god.
Hell yes. With the power of the people, we're gonna summon a spirit bomb, and we are going to destroy Scaramouche. Or we'll change his heart and turn him good. Just like what happened with Vegeta.
All of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Hell yes.
Meaningless tricks won't save you.
This is so damn sick. We got the power of foresight. We know what's going on now. You're done, dude. All that combat knowledge is in here now.
Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
He is very intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. And I love it.
A fool.
Am I the sage? I'm the sage?
I am
Hell yes.
all-knowing God.
Oof. Oh shit, the badass music's kicking in now.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Burn to oblivion!
I have to pick up these capsule things, right?
Take it easy.
Fill up the energy.
Illusion shattered.
Kneel!
This is so badass. Is that okay? I have no idea what I'm doing or what's going on. And I can also grapple to them. Okay, I see what's going on a little bit. It's gonna take me a second to figure this out, guys, but we will get it. My god, the choir.
I see everything.
Hold to aim the skill? Okay.
Reality is pain.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Do I aim it up here? What do I do? I think I did it.
Good riddance.
It's attacking his core. Okay. My god, this music. Am I supposed to be using her to attack these things?
Take it easy.
I see everything.
No? I am so lost right now. This is not good. This is not gonna end well, is it?
Your new god awakens.
Sorry, Yelan, I didn't mean to sacrifice you.
Your eyes have been opened.
Ah, shit.
Get out of here.
Get wrecked.
This may hurt a little.
Kneel.
Oh my god, dude. I will figure this out, I promise. This is intense. I'm sweating. I'm trying my hardest, guys.
Adventure time.
This music is so damn sick, though. It's so good. Why can't I warp to this? No!
Reality is pain.
Is it only, like, able to be damaged with Dendro? Is that what's going on?
Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
We got it. We got it. I don't know what that shot was, but we got him, right? Okay, that was incredibly confusing. But we took him out anyways.
Humans.
Oh, my heart.
Filthy humans.
That is some hatred. Is she taking back the Gnosis?
No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
Holy shit. She freed him though, right?
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Ruka Devata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Oh, okay. We are uncovering some secrets. Awesome. Holy shit, that was intense.
This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness?
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Ruka Devata to be as polluted as this.
So we needed the Gnosis in order to obtain her last memory. That's interesting.
Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand. Could you tell me what you know? Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice, and Greater Lord Ruka Devata nearly exhausting her power.
Yup. Did we perhaps tell her who she actually is?
Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Ruka Devata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution, Then, does that mean, in order to save us, Greater Lord Ruka devata?
Yes, Paimon.
Yes. It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge. She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these past 500 years.
And this is the reasoning for the downfall of Conria, obviously, as they just mentioned. Again, as I predicted way back when the Travail trailer dropped, I figured it was just, you know, once everybody obtains a certain level of knowledge, the gods interact and they say, no, stop that.
The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul.
Aw. Do you feel sad, Nahida?
I'm just sharing her pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. There is madness, chaos, and pain all around us.
That motion blur is very jarring.
Did
I
she
honestly
find
thought she
justice
was
for forbidden
gone.
knowledge
When
pollution
Scaramouche,
in
like,
such
thrust his hand right
conditions?
through her chest, I was like,
All the
holy
way up to
shit.
her last breath. She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could hear. But now, we have a chance to find the answer to
Good,
this
I've been
mystery.
wondering about this.
We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with our lucid consciousness. And then, we'll let Greater Lord Ruka devata tell us the truth in person. Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are here. Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Otherwise, we could go mad at any moment.
That's so scary.
Don't worry.
So I'm guessing there's going to be corruption to deal with throughout this
Clear, Paimon.
segment.
Let's go.
Possibly. Yep.
In the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here.
Holy
It's
shit.
the direction our consciousness is traveling towards. If we lose control over our consciousness, we will fall into madness. So let's make sure the boat stays on course.
This area is beautiful. Very eerie, but beautiful. My god, man. The art design of this game is just unparalleled. It's crazy. They have done such a great job designing each and every single environment.
Affected by them.
Whoa! Step back there, buddy.
Easy. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Quietly now.
Get out of here. I was feeling like I was gonna have to deal with some sort of like you guys know what I'm talking about, the corruption thingies.
Gotcha.
Make yourselves at home.
Dude, I absolutely love that sanctuary. It's so good.
Now you shall perish.
That's true damage right there.
Look! A four-leaf sigil has appeared in the sky!
Man, I love that. Oh shit, I get it. The moon. Big brain. Absolute big brain. The moon. I get it now.
Shine down. Quietly now.
I swear, guys, I'm not always this stunned. My God, with the storm going on. This looks so damn cool. And the whole, like, background moving around and everything, it's nuts. My God, I love this. The moon's gone now, though, right?
Teamwork is dreamwork. Illusion shattered.
Sound of thunder is just giving me chills.
Here comes the catch. Take it easy.
Sharing my knowledge.
Everybody stand. Inazuma shines eternal.
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first.
Wrecked. I'm hoping there's no treasure chest that I'm missing or anything. But if I am, then whatever, I guess. I'm literally in awe looking at this place. It's sick. And watching a whole lot of One Piece recently really does wonders for loving seeing boats. I'm a pirate.
We changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida?
Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us
I'm
out
going
of
to
here.
the New World. I'm not going to Grand Line. I'm going further beyond. Actually, I'm making my way to Laugh Tale. Dude, this is so cool. I love it. Have I said that yet? I feel like I've said that quite a few times. It's very trippy.
We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been completely normal for Paimon.
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time, we should be able to meet Greater Lord Ruka Devata.
Why would Paimon's mind not also be affected?
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Ruka Devata before?
No, it seems that my birth and her death took place at the same time.
What a coincidence.
Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance, and I could have done a better job.
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. Let's get out of this creepy place and go meet her.
It's a cool looking boat, I'll say that much. I am bracing myself for the lore. I kind of figured there was going to be a lot of lore in Sumeru anyways.
Is this the place you were talking about?
Oh!
The base of Irminsul?
Hello there! Jeez, this feels awfully familiar. Like we've been here before in the past or something. Possibly. The words, I can hear them.
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Ruka Devata, right? But the one standing over there is...
Is that... me? She looks exactly like me.
Yeah.
Are you
How crazy.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance?
voice sounds so different.
Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
Okay.
We're of the same nature? Why? Because you are me, and I am you.
There you go. There, finally, somebody said it. Thankfully.
You are me in the new samsara. The new samsara?
Dude, I love it.
As Greater Lord Ruka Devata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form.
So, does that mean that Greater Lord Ruka Devata will essentially always live? Because by this theory, if a branch just snaps off and takes root, it's the same being. Truly, she never really dies, right? She's just reborn anew.
Consciousness of Greater Lord Ruka Devata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years.
There's no way you could possibly do that. Well, then again, I mean, she is the Archon of Wisdom, right? Or God of Wisdom. Well, shit.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great Archon like you someday? Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
Okay, so they're not the same person.
That's why fate is.
But they're of the same origin.
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me. Really? But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I.
If only the people could see that.
I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours alone. Along with the blessings from your past experiences.
I like it.
Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Naivety is a very great thing.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I
Their
always
arrogance is
admired
horrible.
was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Ruka Devata. I've always wanted to meet you. The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you. Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
There's a lot of answers.
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers, right?
Yes.
Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this.
Flashback?
At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to attend to.
Okay.
I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying signs of corruption. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
Okay, so the forbidden knowledge was corrupting the tree.
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge? It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth
that can't be understood.
Can't be understood by who? Just the residents of Tevat?
It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it.
Okay! Okay.
The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
I wonder
That's
where
how
this is
I
going
knew I couldn't repel the
with the
forbidden
twin,
knowledge with my strength alone.
the sibling.
Which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. For a long time, I thought dreams were the fruit of human wisdom.
I have a lot of thoughts running through my head right
It
now in
was
regards to
selfish to
the
do so.
twin and what they're trying to
I followed
accomplish
people's dreams
with the
using
abyss.
Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, which gave me an uneasy feeling. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption as well.
Okay, so she noticed that she was pretty, or like her time was limited.
From the very beginning, my existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. How could that happen?
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated.
So as long as Irminsul exists, then there's always that risk of Tevat eventually being torn apart, from my understanding.
And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox.
Never truly able to eliminate the forbidden knowledge, the corruption from it.
So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues. All in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait, no, I can't.
That's not good.
So you realize what that implies. You are very smart indeed.
So she wants us to get rid of her and the forbidden knowledge that exists. Man, this is drawing a lot of parallels to, like, Honkai. And I know that, like, you know, obviously not directly connected, but holy shit, am I wrong in saying that? Is this not incredibly similar to Honkai and how it affects literally every single branch of the tree in that game? And how they're trying to find a bubble universe where it doesn't exist? Very similar, man.
Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world.
And what the hell happens then? Does it cause everything to go into disarray? Do people just suddenly forget her and all of a sudden start praising Lesser Lord Kusanali? Like,
But
what's the repercussions of doing this?
the only way to save Irminsul.
The only way to save it is to destroy it?
People love you so much, and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. I'm exactly the same. So how can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way? There must be something else I can do.
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
This is horrible.
This is so cruel. I don't want to forget you.
We just get to meet her and now we've got to see her off?
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer. These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me.
Dude, that hits hard.
We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf.
Come on, man.
Once upon a
Come on,
I
man.
alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow.
I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things,
Dude, this
the most
hurts so
profound
damn
things in
bad.
the world, only they can completely repel the madness.
She's just
Only
fading away.
dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness.
Damn it, Hoyoverse.
I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people.
Junior Zod?
Goodbye.
She's getting rid of Elazar.
Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
Holy shit, man. That's rough, dude. Oh my god, that's rough. What a way to go out, though. Like, honestly, if there's anything that she could have done any more significant than literally eliminating Elazar, like, it's too perfect. What? Holy shit, what a sacrifice. She sacrificed herself twice for her people. That's not right, man. I don't know. If they don't start believing in the Dendro Archon at this point, like, they can go screw themselves, is all I'm saying. I'm sorry, guys. Shit, man. Oh my god, that breaks my heart. Oh my god.
I'm alright. I'm just a little confused. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying?
Dude, this is killing me.
I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from, but I feel very sad.
Same.
Just now, We used the power of two Gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then, we removed the remaining pollution from Merman soul.
This is literally the R&R quest all over again, and it's destroying my soul.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
No, dude. No. Oh my god. Am I being corrupted because I know of her existence? Dottore?
Huh? That sound. Traveler, Paimon.
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid off.
Dude, get out of here.
Doctor, what have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless
Okay,
people into a dream.
Holy shit, what a
As
panic
I
attack. I
expected.
honestly thought that because
It
I
doesn't
knew
have
of
any
Greater
effect
Lord
on
Ruka
the
Devata's
dog.
existence, that caused me to be some sort of like inheritor of forbidden knowledge. Holy shit. Huh. That's a little bit of a relief. Not gonna lie. Soundwave.
This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them.
Okay, so the Soundwave affected Paimon, which essentially means that Paimon's not a god.
I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here again now?
That was not him.
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru.
Because he has clones.
Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
We know that. If you read the manga, you know that.
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observed the world.
The dude's like Xehanort from Kingdom Hearts.
Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension.
As long as he didn't
That
divide himself
of
up into like
time.
13 different copies, then we should be fine.
So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Good. Amazing, even. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Since you're in the
Getting
academia,
mad Vilvi
why did you
vibes.
now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the results?
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment.
That's because he's insane.
You really are
Right?
crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
Yeah, I'm really digging the dialogue right now between the two of them. It is, it's a little convoluted, but if you follow it,
As an
you get it.
individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all.
He's a rule breaker.
All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful materials. For example, the Gnosis.
I kind of figured that's why he was here. He's just coming to get her Gnosis. It happens at the end of literally every single, like, main storyline chapter. Snatch! It's mine now. We're one step closer to our goal.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that electro-gnosis in battle.
Quick, Kazuha, get in here!
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by force now.
He will.
I'm merely stating a fact. After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity to the God of Wisdom.
AKA, you can either hand it over or I will take it by force.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... what if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Ha!
Awaken the heavenly principles?
That is information I don't know if she should have let on.
Do you think that's really possible?
That is information she really should not have let on.
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws.
So if you destroy one of the Gnosis, you're essentially angering them because it's almost like a contingency plan that they put in place for Tevat. Essentially, destroying one Gnosis is destroying a rule.
Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences?
This is a lot of very important information.
Do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Gamble? How surprising.
Unless they already have some sort of plan in place.
I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the God of Wisdom. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness.
He doesn't want to risk it.
As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then, what are your conditions?
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru.
So, is there a reason for the Gnosis to be separated by a set amount of distance? Is that why there's a Gnosis in each region? If they're close to each other for any sort of period of time, does that cause them to become destroyed, or what?
But this Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Yeah, I know. I don't get it. Like, what does she mean? Why can't they remain in the same region?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
Oh. Okay. Deal or no deal?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time.
It's not a bad offer, all things considered, but at the same time, like he's saying, right? Like, do I truly want to give up being able to see throughout all of these different ages, all of his opinions and feelings and thoughts upon certain scenarios? Probably not. Probably not. And what you guys are saying does make sense. If the two Gnosis remain together, then it makes them easier to be snatched up in one fell swoop, right? So yeah, that makes sense.
Segments are extraordinarily difficult.
That would definitely be problematic.
They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Bravo. A suitably wise decision on your part.
Which is probably why each of the Gnosis are so far spread apart, just to make them a little bit harder to obtain had somebody actually desired to.
Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume that you have long been wary of me? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Who is he referring to? Is he referring to the other Harbingers? Or is he talking about his own copies?
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself.
I figured.
Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a Gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
If Vilvi is anything to go by, then yeah, probably.
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a Gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves at a higher price? Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's best to say, you're just temporarily ahead.
So she's just buying us some time.
What I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've really erased them?
I can see your remaining honesty.
Yeah.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have wait.
You'll make this moment.
They are not happy.
You will regret this.
The other segments are not happy.
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again.
I will say I am also a very big fan of his voice actor. He just completely nails the role.
There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a third time.
Huh.
Another chess piece. And where is your Gnosis?
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no further use for the Gnosis of Sumeru, is there?
So now he's trying to bargain for the second piece.
Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to
Dude is
deliver
greedy.
what's desired of the Seeker? Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about I exchange some knowledge with you?
Ah, shit.
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
You weren't supposed to let on,
Let me ask
Nahida.
you, have you, in all your mighty knowledge, ever heard the rumor that the skies
Oh,
of Kaveh
shit!
are fake?
Are we gonna finally get an answer? Dude, Scaramouche told us about this so long ago. Are we finally gonna get an answer?
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this.
Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say goodbye. With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted. I'm very glad I got to meet you like this.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
No, don't make the deal. I want to know, but don't make the deal. They're not gonna tell us? They're not gonna tell us? Really? Really? Come on, man.
Together!
Come on, man. How dare you?
Are you awake?
Ah, shit, man.
Breakfast.
They're just there, like, dangling it there in front of you. Like, you wanna know? You wanna know? Alright, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. It's just, it's gonna be said over here. Don't worry. You'll find out at some point. You're just not gonna hear about it. Come on, man.
Good morning! How are you feeling today?
Why do you gotta do that to us?
Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going out now.
That is some bullshit. Ah, man, I finally thought that we were gonna get the answer, or at least a tidbit of the answer. That is bull. I mean, I think something big has been accomplished anyways, right? The elimination of Elazar, huge. That's great. Kaveh and Dunyazard and pretty much literally everybody should be back to their normal selves now, right? Healthy and able to go again. That's perfect, man. That is a huge win. A huge win.
Come on, Traveler. Let's go.
All right, let's go see the payoff. Dude, she's right there too. This is just perfect.
Good
Perfect.
morning. Looks like you're awake.
And you look like you are feeling better.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I
It
hope
looks
you like it.
dreadful, but sure.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Green sandwich, yeah, baby.
Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
And that's what destroys me, honestly. Like I said, when I was watching that scene, seeing Greater Lord Ruka Devata have to sacrifice herself again destroys me. Brutal. Worth it, but still, like, holy shit, man. Nobody should have to go through that same experience 2 times.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Oh, by the way,
Soggy sandwiches. Fortunately, not in this playthrough.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up, so Paimon didn't open it. All right, let's read it now.
A letter?
Oh, it's from Nilu. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sino's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra.
Holy shit, doggo, stop barking in my ears.
As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend.
Scared the shit out of me.
The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
Why has everything in Sumeru been like, wait 2 days?
Oh, I've also heard that you...
I know I've asked this before, but like, honestly, why is it 2 days all of a sudden? It's just because they're like, we implemented the ability to skip ahead 2 days in time now into the clock, so we're gonna force you to skip ahead not 1 day, but 2 days. Just to really drive home the point that you can skip 2 days. It's odd. I don't know.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you. Oh,
I really like
embarrassing
Kalpa.
me.
She's a fantastic character.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic. Let's go see what Tainari has to say.
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'll say this much. I am very happy that each and every single one of the characters that we've met throughout the entirety of the main storyline quest so far, the Archon quests for Sumeru, have played a role in the overall, like, final act, I guess, of this Archon quest. And that's significantly better than previous chapters, because now we're actually getting some sort of involvement with these characters, getting a little bit more of an attachment, learning more about them, having them involved into each and every single one of the scenes is more incentive for us to actually consider pulling for them. Damn it, why'd you have to say except Layla? She'll get her time, right? It's gonna come up in the next Archon quest. But everything up to this point has been really... She's not in the game yet, Crusader. Everything has been really well orchestrated this time around, and it's very much appreciated, in my opinion.
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
I do like her design, though, I will say that much. Farizan, I believe her name is.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Well, she kinda did, right? Candace played a part just off screen. She was involved with the whole, like, segment with the Eremites and everything in the desert at the very beginning of the chapter, right? It was kind of like a joint effort between, like, her and Dea, right? And Sino, kind of, a little bit.
Yes, but there are still some residual
She just didn't
effects.
appear on screen for, like, much outside of the whole meeting, I think, that they had in the hut.
The Withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
Because we're not as close with him as Tighnari is, Paimon.
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Or he was being respectful.
And you probably already know all about the celebration.
Which is very unusual for Sino because, you know, he usually just doesn't really care. It's very straightforward.
Celebration feast?
Surprised he didn't wake us up.
No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Surprise party.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kaveh are both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kaveh has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me.
Stop being a party pooper. Just come along
You
for the
see,
damn
some
feast.
VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
I can't. I just can't. How can somebody be so damn conceited?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
She's so tryhard. She's so tryhard.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers.
What?
Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidya forest.
Oh, hell no. That's bullshit. What a cop-out. Should have threw their ass behind bars at the very least and made them fucking suffer for what they did to Nahida and literally trying to control the entirety of Sumeru City.
When they learned
What?
that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again.
Hell no.
As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
So they got off scot-free because they're gonna help cultivate wisdom.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really.
That's bullshit. At the very least, they should have sent their asses into the desert and made them live their days out there like they were doing to all the other scholars that went mad, right?
But that's another topic.
That should be their
Back to the matter
punishment.
at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
I mean, I know this is supposed to be very lighthearted and everything, right? But come on.
You've recovered well. You may go, but be careful.
Hello, welcome back to the stream. And I will say, yes, I very much enjoyed it. It was heartbreaking, and honestly, I don't agree with some choices that are made so far, but it is a fantastic quest overall. And at least, as I was saying just a few moments ago, they included a large majority of the cast that have been introduced in the 3.x series. So I do think it is an extremely strong Archon quest. And definitely had a couple surprising moments that I literally was not prepared for. But I will say, there was probably a couple of moments that I think should have played it a little bit differently if they want to have like really lasting impact. But I'm okay that they didn't play it the way that I may have imagined at that point in time of witnessing them. So at least there's no long-term repercussions, I guess, for certain choices that were made or certain things that happened in the quests, which I'm okay with. I'll say that I really don't agree with the sages getting off scot-free and not having any sort of punishment outside of, they're gonna dedicate their days to cultivating knowledge because they're ashamed of their deeds. Or, well, you know, not deeds, I guess, but yeah. I know Nahida's not vengeful, but geez, man, the people of Sumeru at the very least should have spoken up and been like, they were controlling us. They deserve to be punished. They were manipulating us. How does anybody not see the problem with that? They brainwashed us. They were literally trying to control our every move. We were mindless puppets, essentially zombies. Does nobody see the wrongfulness in that? I know, right? It's ridiculous.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything is all.
They're a lot more forgiving than I am, I'll say that much.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I wonder how things are gonna play out in terms of, like, Scaramouche becoming Wanderer. That's something that still hasn't really been answered yet, right?
Will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, hi, Mon.
We got your letters, so here we are!
You're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh?
Great.
Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah.
We're here for the party. Where's everybody?
But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
They won't.
Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all. You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
Hydro Archon, more than likely. Yeah. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be the, like, I'm really interested to see how Fontaine's gonna be.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too.
I still think that Sumeru was incredible. And obviously there's going to be a couple more, like, story quests to follow this one, which will more than likely lead us into Fontaine.
Nilu is
but man, what an area, right?
Frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders,
Sumeru has been, like, crazy good. And gigantic. I did do all of the R&R quests. I was doing the majority of it on stream, but I ended up just completing the rest of it in my own time. I kind of briefly mentioned it at the beginning of the last stream, and the reasoning behind me doing is I just kind of needed to step back from streaming as much. Like, I just got married and I wanted to spend time with the kids and the wife, and I still do as well. I felt like I was prioritizing streaming more than I was in terms of, like, spending time with my family, and it's been incredibly busy at work and all that stuff as well. I just kind of wanted to step back a little bit, spend time with family, enjoy gaming in my own time, and also still being there with them. Because one thing, as being somebody that has kids and everything, it's really hard to just get up and leave when you're in the middle of streaming. Like, I feel like I'm doing a disservice to you guys who are literally sacrificing your own time to spend here watching me play a game. So I never ever really want to take away from you know, this time with us, man. I don't want to take away from it, but at the same time, like, having kids and everything, you gotta prioritize your family, right? So at that time, I guess I just needed a little break from streaming, and I do plan on streaming over here a lot more often, and, you know, sharing my experiences with these games and everything. I just don't want to feel like I have to, you know? I think that's probably the big thing that I really wanted to do, is just feel like I wasn't bound to having to experience literally every single point of the game on camera, even though I know it does help the channel grow and everything, and I know that you guys enjoy watching me experience these scenes and share the same reactions or feelings towards these scenes as you guys do in your own playtime. It's just it's a weird disconnect when it comes to streaming and feeling like you have to do certain things.
Master Zubair.
Coming from somebody who's played games their entire life, I do enjoy my own time playing games as well, just in my own spare time, and not feeling like I have to be 100% turned on and just like, you know, be excitable and be ready and literally like, I don't know, be at my peak at all times, I guess, if that makes sense. It's hard to describe or put into words, but
nonsense. It is not
I don't
for
know.
us to determine
I needed to spend time with family. I needed to enjoy my honeymoon away, time with kids and be there whenever they need me and feel like I was still in that same vicinity as them. I know. End rant.
Indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
But, okay, so they're hinting at Fontaine. That's good. It's just, again, right? It's one of those things, right? I want to experience the game. I want to share my reactions. I want to go through the stuff. I really enjoy it. I love doing this. But I don't want to feel like I have to. I want to feel like it's my choice whether or not I want to stream or record anything. And I think that's as far as it goes.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
And I was kind of like skeptical about whether or not I was going to stream over on YouTube or Twitch, because I want to stream on YouTube. I don't want to feel like I have to stream on Twitch, even though it is easier for me to just hit go live and away I go. It's just over on Twitch there were incentives for smaller streamers as well, with the whole like promoting streamers for playing Genshin content and all that stuff. So I was kind of streaming over there, and then also there was like a whole thing going on with copyright and everything over here on YouTube with a couple of streams that I did in the past, and I ended up having to like delete all of them because they were wrongly accusing other people's channels of stealing my content, which wasn't actually my content. There was a lot of messiness going on in the background that you guys didn't see. I did talk about it a little bit on my page, but I'm back doing this now, and I'm hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that I don't encounter that again. So for the foreseeable future, I will keep streaming over here. I will keep reacting and uploading content for you guys to watch, and I am gonna do my best to do what I can for the games. It was encumbersome trying to keep up with both Genshin and Honkai, and all of the releases that were coming out roughly around with like the same time frame. And I was always torn between which one I should stream.
Everyone, I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
And if I chose to stream one over the other, then I felt like I was lagging behind in one game versus the other. And it's really hard to stream every single day again with a family. So literally everything just culminated into this big ball of like, I don't have enough time. So I stepped back and I made time.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered?
No problem. We will go and run some errands for you, Nilu.
Didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
We can't actually reach 100% yet? I didn't realize that. I was kind of wondering because I felt like my exploration rate was significantly lower than it should have been.
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Academia. As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time to time.
And if that's the case, then that makes me wonder if there's going to be some sort of area like the chasm or something eventually open up. That'd be pretty cool.
As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about her for me.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
I've explored quite a bit. I will definitely admit that I have not thoroughly explored Sumeru as much as I have like other regions in the past, like Inazuma and stuff. Like, I've kind of not really done a whole lot. I kind of want to do that event as well, the Adventure Trials. It seems really fun. But I haven't really spent as much time in Sumeru as I have other regions, and I could easily admit to that. Like, I didn't even schedule my daily commissions to be strictly in Sumeru. I just kind of let it go random. And I find that if you do have it set to the specific region, it definitely allows for you to uncover a lot of things that you may have missed in, like, the initial passing of certain areas. There's a lot of verticality and a lot of hidden, like, entrances, caves, so on and so forth in Sumeru. From what I've seen, there's a lot of, like, depth. It's crazy. There's so many, like, hidden little areas. But I appreciate that as well, because it makes it infinitely more explorable.
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Yes.
Hey there. Have you seen Alhaitham around?
And I think I've completed those 2 world quests.
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham
because I cleared up the storm in the desert.
You should be able to find him there. But you're already the 2nd group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
And honestly, that was probably one of the things that I enjoyed most doing in my own time and not streaming, was exploring that entire underground region. Because if I had to stream that, that would have taken forever. It took forever doing it in my own time, let alone do that on stream.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Because normally doing stuff on stream, from what I've experienced, takes at least 2 to 3 times longer.
Mr. Kaveh was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way.
We would never.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Yeah, it took a very long time. Like, I remember spending pretty much the entire weekend, one weekend, just going through the world quests and doing everything with the caravan, or not the caravan, but the that one scholar dude that was, like, searching for answers and or searching for, not answers, a new research subject that he wanted to make a breakthrough with, or something or other. I remember the gist of it. I can't recall absolutely everything because it's been a few weeks since then. But it was really, really damn good, and it was one of the best world quests that I think I've experienced, with the exception of probably the R&R quests. But there was a lot of information in that, and there's some really cool scenes in the underground of the desert. It was fantastic. It still makes me wonder if that's finished, and I feel like that quest line's not finished as well, just because of, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but because of how the story quest ends. It makes me wonder if we're going to encounter certain somebody again. Am I going the right way? I feel like I'm not going the right way. I did very much enjoy it, though, I will say that. I am just gonna teleport. I don't even know where the hell I'm going. Ah, shit. Yeah, Surumi Island's awesome. I feel like we haven't returned there in quite some time. I know, I'm literally just, I am focusing on talking with you guys, and that's why I'm getting sidetracked, but it doesn't matter. I would much more rather prioritize chatting with you than, you know, worrying about where I'm going on a quest. It's all good. It's all good. I honestly, I don't have any qualms whatsoever about doing this. You guys gotta understand, when I was making my little rant there earlier, it's not that I hate streaming. I love streaming. I would stream all day, every day, if time allowed for it. But being somebody that works like 10 to 11 hour days, coming up on probably 13 to 14 hour days, and has a full family, a full house to like also be with, it's not realistic for me to be streaming all the time. But I love streaming. I love it. And I love doing this and playing games and conversing about the story and talking about quests and really just digging into the lore of this game. It's wicked. I love Genshin. I'm not the type of person that says, I love Genshin, dude, and this is the best game ever, dude, and then all of a sudden it's like, there's no end game coming. I fucking hate this game. This game's the worst. So I'll be honest, I'm not spending or pulling on any more characters anymore because I hate this game. Bet you guys don't know who I'm talking about. but I would never shot. I'm not shooting anything at anybody, but if you truly love this game, the fact that you know that, okay, they said that there's no end game coming similar to Spiral Abyss in the future, doesn't mean that there's not any kind of other end game prospects. That's all I'm saying. Maybe it's copium. I don't know. But
put down that worthless book and tell me
who
what
are
happened
you?
in the academia.
Who the hell is this?
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to
Holy
get your hands on anyway.
shit!
Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
He looks like Otto. He looks like Otto. He looks like Otto. Tell me I'm wrong. The dude looks like Otto. What the hell? He looks awesome. Who the hell is he?
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
He looks like Otto.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Kasharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Okay. Okay. Well, guess what, guys? I got a feeling that Kaveh is going to become a character that may or may not become playable at some point, just judging based upon his character design. Yet another character we're probably going to have to save Primo Gems for. Great.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Shit!
What makes you say
that? Oh, man!
Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Oh, man!
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment.
He looks like
Otto!
Otto!
As well as I do would surely do the same.
Oh, you...
And he seems like he's got an attitude as well.
See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
Oh my god, man, I love him. I love him. And honestly, after how much The Smoke Apocalypse completely broke me, I have to have him. I have to have him.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Dude, I gotta have him.
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see.
Oh man, I love it. I love it.
Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Dude, his personality's perfect. It's so perfect. And he's a scholar as well. Holy shit. This has got to be this bubble universe's iteration of Otto. It has to be.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
He's not gonna be a 4-star. I'm telling you guys right now, he is not gonna be a 4-star. Look at this guy. There's no way he's being a 4-star. He is going to be a 5-star character.
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Yeah, I know Candace, but I mean, look at this guy.
Like I need to tell you.
This guy got the fucking feather in his hair and shit. This guy's gonna be a 5-star. There is no doubt in my mind. That right there is a 5-star. He's got a feather in his hair. 5-star.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
And if I eat my words, I eat my words.
I was in the desert for a large project. But considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand.
And he's an asshole, so he's 1000% gonna be a 5-star.
Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true...
May all the beauty be blessed. Romance, beauty, Hongai, romance, Colin. It's Otto!
Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
It's Otto!
While you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Dude, I love him. I love him so much.
All you need to know is that Elazar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's Otto! It's gotta be!
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
Everything aside, this conversation is very witty, and I am loving it.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
He's even making death threats! It's Otto! 1000% it's Otto! I find out you're lying to me. I got Judgment of Shamash. Boom! Ask Fuhua, she'll tell you all about it. That is Otto. There's no doubt in my mind. That is Otto. And I have to have Kaveh. Dude, holy shit. What a wicked character tease.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Oh my god, I need to breathe.
Letter?
Oh my god.
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone
What
to
an
a
awesome
celebration
character
feast
introduction.
2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she
I'm gonna
addressed
need
the
more
letter
money.
to All Hatham of the academia, then the
I'm gonna
letter
need
should have
more
gone
money.
to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
There's too many good characters in Sumeru. Literally, the roster is just stacked.
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Really? How did that happen? I didn't play any part in that, right?
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
Yep. Cultivating knowledge.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them.
No, it's not.
4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the academia. I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Well, it was all a farce, and I don't know, man.
Yes.
They're gonna have to rename everything.
That's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom.
You know, it was a great theory. I'll talk about a great theory. Sure, there's been talks about Baiju being, Dendro Archon and everything in the past, but, the greatest one was, and again, I'm not trying to fire any shots, but remember when when a certain somebody said, Mobius! Yeah, Mobius from Honkai Impact there, they're totally going to be Dendro Archon. I can see it now. Totally going to be Dendro Archon. Mobius. Dr. Mobius.
Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the academia.
I remember seeing it, and I just remember being like, no, nope, nope, you are far off the mark. Sorry.
Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools.
I mean, I get
and the
it,
leaders
but
selected for the schools are the 6 great sages.
Big nope.
Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
Okay, gotcha. I will try to pay attention. Maybe I can form my own theory.
To find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence.
I really like Alhaitham.
The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia. But I refused.
This is very typical for a Sue stereotype.
But why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
He doesn't want to be bothered with the responsibility, right?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Right?
Oh, all right.
Leading means you have responsibility.
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
Acting Grand Sage.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
No worries, no worries.
Do we look like friends?
Like I said, you guys can always rewatch, or even if you miss anything in the stream, it'll be up my past broadcast playlist that I have on the channel. Or I think they got like a new live tab or something that they added as well, so you can see my past streams or whatever. Again, they will remain up as long as I don't get hit with any kind of like copyright crap again. So, just a heads up.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
So that's what you meant by roommate.
Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
Dude, they're dynamic.
Everything that's happened recently must be a huge
It's beautiful.
change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Yeah, I like their conflicting opinions on certain matters.
All right, I'll see you there.
Dude, they're sick. I gotta have them both.
The House of Dana is the last quiet place in the whole academia now. I was originally planning to stay here a little longer.
But
there's a chance that Kaveh might show up again. What a nuisance. I'd better go somewhere else.
So his entire reasoning is just to get away from his roommate. Makes him a great roommate, I bet. Alright. Cool, man. So you guys said there's some more stuff outside here, head. Well, let's head for the exit. Okay, I got you. Yeah, totally makes him a great roommate. Who doesn't love a roommate that you fight with all the time? It's great. Unfortunately, I have been in that situation before at one point in my life, and it was fantastic. Dude was a really great friend. Yeah, that's right. Notice those keywords. Never live with your friends. Okay, let's go see. Let's go see what all this extra dialogue involves. After I pillage the library and take all the books. Because, as he said, physical books are very hard to come by. Alright, let's go see.
Elazar has gone to the Avidia Forest to reflect on himself for the rest of his life. And those people say they want you to replace him as the Grand Sage? What have you done?
Whoa. Elazar's downfall is of his own making. What does it have to do with me?
He's got a point.
Everyone out there is saying something different. Some say Elazar wanted to create a god, while others say he wanted to sell his power. But none of those sound very likely. If you ask me, I think the people spreading rumors around here don't have access to any real information.
Really? Oh, then I'm sure you can use your abilities to uncover the truth for yourself.
The backhand.
Can't you show just a little respect to your senior and explain what's going on?
You were out there all this time, and yet you still haven't managed to learn a single crucial bit of information. I'm impressed.
They are totally like Diluc and Kaya. 1000%.
Fine. Apart from the leaders of Amorta and Vahumana, all the sages have been exposed and removed as Elazar's accomplices. We need to select new sages for your Kasharwar Darshan, as well as my Haravatat Darshan.
What? Did my Darshan collude with Elazar as well? Wait, could this be why they sent me out on a project?
Shit. They selected the perfect voice actor for him. 1000%. I like that. That was voiced really well. But if he's the senior to Al-Haytham, then maybe Al-Haytham will be the 4-star unit, and then Kaveh will be the 5-star, right? That's what'll happen.
I think that's
Al-Haytham will be the 4-star on Kaveh's banner.
Whatever you were doing won't have any significant impact now or in times to come.
You... Listen here. I'm not buying any of it. Don't try to use this as an opportunity to talk about your crazy theories.
Dude, what a voice actor. Hell yes.
There are a few details that everyone is overlooking. For example, how as the scribe, you were somehow able to escape this political crisis completely unscathed. This can easily be seen as the results of a power struggle, no? Yet nobody has stopped to point that out yet. I almost feel like I should go out and start telling people about that.
So he's just gonna go out there and start spreading rumors about his roommate.
Be my guest. But I think everybody will be more interested in your own well-known gaffes.
Do you know what? I am done with you.
Shit. Is that the same? Can I talk to them? Will they have a different conversation?
Elazar has gone to the Avidia forest.
No?
Whoa,
Okay.
Everyone out.
Really?
Shit.
You were out fine.
What?
They're bickering. It's perfect.
There are
I gotta
few
hear that
details
line
that
again, though.
everyone this can easily be seen as the result.
Be my guest.
Do you know what? I am done with you.
You know what, man? Fuck you. Oh, shit. It's like me arguing with my dad. There's just no winning. It's like, you know what, man? Fuck this. I'm out of here. Ah, shit. That's good. That is good. That was worthwhile. I like it. I really, really hope that he also becomes a playable character. I hope he's a 5-star. I really hope they don't do him dirty and make him a 4-star, because his personality is great. And again, the feather in the hair, 5-star. Mark my words, 5-star. If he's gonna be on the same banner, then it's gonna be our very first dual 5-star banner outside of the, the permanent one. Ah, shit, that's great. Do not make him a 4-star. Do not make him a 4-star. He'll be a free. No, don't. I'm gonna shut my mouth. I was gonna say he's gonna be a free 5-star, but then I thought about the only other free 5-star that we got, and then, yep. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that kind of character ever again. He looks too good to be a 4-star, that's all I'm saying. You know what they should do? Give us a banner with Al Hatham.
Is that
and
Paimon I hear?
put some other character as a 4-star. And then I don't want them to do Dea dirty like that, though. I want Dea to be a 5-star. I want Al Hatham to be a 5-star. I also want that guy to be a 5-star as well. I don't know. I just know if they make him a 4-star, I'm gonna be so disappointed. I'm gonna be so disappointed. Charizard!
It's been a while. How are you doing?
Good.
Dinnerzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life.
This is much more fitting for her personality, and I am very happy that she is not laid up in bed.
I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections
Obviously she's gonna be a 5-star, right? Every single time that she makes an appearance, I just have to like completely just recenter myself because of how damn awesome her character design is.
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
They ain't gonna put that much effort into a character's design and not make them 5-star.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
She's so sick too. Again.
You mean you're quitting?
The roster is stacked for Sumeru. It's crazy.
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
She will, of course she's gonna protect you.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
Yeah, I have no idea how we're gonna cope with the gigantic amount of Primo Gems the remainder of these patches are gonna cost us.
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh?
You know what's gonna happen.
We literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever!
As soon as Child's rerun banner pops up is going to be stacked 4 stars. You know what's going to happen.
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea.
I got a feeling they're probably going to put, at the very least, Diona on his banner, who is potentially one of the greatest 4 stars in my opinion.
I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize
a lot of people were really mad about
in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not
people
completely
not
ready to settle
being
down
happy
on this
about
side of
Child
the
getting another rerun. I mean, again, I guess I understand, right? He was due for a rerun, sure, 100%. It's been a year, like everybody has constantly reminded me, but geez, man, it feels like we see him all the time. Maybe it's just me, I don't know.
A friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them?
Maybe he'll get another, or maybe he'll get a hangout quest. That'd be pretty cool.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
That'd be interesting.
What?
I heard that Elazar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia.
It's
but
true.
Only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
But I get it. Again, especially for people that are collectors like myself who want to collect the Harbingers as well as the Archons. I guess that's another thing that I should probably take into account.
Look great
that
dressed up as a scholar.
Even if we miss some of the 5 stars that are going to be coming up in the next couple of patches, they'll get reran at some point and we can pull for them again, right? So maybe I shouldn't be too concerned about it. And again, I know there's this whole thing, I'm going to go on a tangent again. I know that there's this whole thing going on currently where everybody's kind of like, I'm done with Genshin. There's no end game coming. There's no point in pulling on characters. Pull for them if you want them, I guess. Because it doesn't really matter how powerful they're going to be because there's no end game coming. I don't know about you guys, but I pull on the characters that I want anyways, just because I like them. But it doesn't mean that their constellations and stuff are not going to have uses and stuff like that, right? I mean, eventually, at some point in time, we're going to end up getting harder content whether we like it or not. There's probably going to be a level cap increase at some point in the future as well. There's going to be more difficult enemies in further areas as the game progresses. It's going to happen. Sure, it'll take some time to get there, but it's going to happen. I mean, look at the difficulty spike when we first got in Inazuma, right? The enemies were tough. Just the standard mobs that we had to deal with. There's been a noticeable increase, I believe, in this patch in terms of like the characters or the enemy's durability in terms of their like defense and their HP. Some of these Eremites are pretty damn tanky, in my opinion. So at some point in time in the future, we're going to have more difficult enemies, and I'm sure that that is going to play or coincide with wanting to have better built characters in order to take them down. I think there's always going to be a reason to pull for new characters, and I don't think it's strictly going to be just because you like the way that they look.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there.
I will say this much. If you plan on pulling for characters, I would more so prioritize making sure that they fit your actual needs. If you need somebody that can shield and heal, pull for them. If you need somebody that can damage deal because you have a bunch of support characters, pull for a damage dealer. Don't pull for another support.
I'll hate them probably just like the way
Just be smart about who you pull for if you're going free to play, that's all.
So he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know,
yeah,
if you
1000%.
the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra.
I don't know when they're gonna release them, but all I know, again, all of the upcoming banners are gonna be incredibly tempting to spend on.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose.
I get that as well. Honestly, like there are many occurrences where I can't do a full combo because I kill everything too quickly. But that's not a bad thing,
I chose
really.
this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
It's bad in a sense because, I mean, yeah, it's not as fulfilling, but it's not really bad. Being able to take out enemies with ease
facing all kinds of danger
allows you to explore the areas a little bit more thoroughly, I guess. Quicklier. More quicklier? Quicklier is not a word. More quickly.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
But currently, sure, there's no real true endgame outside of, like, Spiral Abyss. But I'm not gonna lose hope. I still feel like somewhere along in the future, there will be something a little bit more beefier to appease those who have spent the time and the money in order to get the characters they have. That's just my 2 cents.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too.
I will play cards against anybody. I will hold on to my copium or hopium for Genshin content. I mean, the game, again, realistically, it's still in its infantile stages, right? It's been out for 2 years. Honkai was out for, what, like 5 years before it got Elysian Realm or something? And again, don't quote me on that time frame, but Elysian Realm is incredibly replayable. There's potential here for this game to get another mode. Maybe, sure, it won't be a permanent mode like Spiral Abyss, but there's a possibility that they may change their mind in the future, just because they stated something in an interview as of right now, which was very, how do you say, it was passive, right? It was like, oh, they asked us a question? Well, we don't have any plans. Oh, you asked us another question? Well, we don't have any plans at the moment. We don't have any plans at the moment. We don't have any plans at the moment. That's very typical of a company that doesn't want to make promises in case it doesn't deliver on them.
But a peaceful society will probably mean
not
less
having
demand for mercenaries
plans
like me.
currently
Before long, we'll be a
doesn't
dying
mean that
breed.
things can't
So
change
I'd
in the
better get to
future.
work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
And this is not an uneducated analysis of the interview. Final Fantasy XIV, which is arguably the biggest MMORPG in the world right now, used to do this shit all the time in interviews and letters from the producer, in which they always said, currently we don't have any plans, currently we don't have any plans, currently we don't have any plans. But eventually they ended up considering a lot of the feedback and a lot of the suggestions, and they implemented a lot of those things that players were asking for. Will Hoyoverse do the same? Maybe. I can't speak for them, but if something that is one of the biggest games in the world is willing to listen to their players, you can bet your bottom dollar that if players start shipping out of Genshin, changes are gonna happen. They're gonna start considering what the players want.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my
And
lady
if people
I'd stick around until
they're
next
gonna
week.
stick around and keep playing, and if this is their intended way of, you know, issuing this game to us, then the true fans who are there for the story and everything will still have a great experience in the years to come. Regardless of if there's gonna be any kind of like punishing, crushing, challenging mode.
Did Nilu write to us?
The game's it's great. Sure, it could use something a little more challenging, but it is still a great game when it's all said and done at the end of the day, in my opinion.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at.
But I get the sentiment. I empathize with the people that do want that challenging mode.
My lady
Because
has been
I
very
am getting to
energetic
that point
lately
as well.
And keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
Let them enjoy their dreams. They finally have dreams now, right?
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
We're good, man. We're good.
It must
We're
be
just happy to see you,
something
Deo.
important for Nilu to specifically
And
write to
Charizard.
us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory
Yeah,
feast
that's
in the
right.
Grand
That is
Bazaar.
totally
And we'll
right.
also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
But I feel like that's the case with a lot of games as well. And again, I'm not just trying to, you know, always be on the side of like, Genshin's fine. It's true. The longer you stick with the game, it becomes harder to enjoy anyways, which is why I left Final Fantasy XIV. Like, I played that game for the better part of over a decade. And going through the paces of playing the game now, it's monotonous. I fall asleep whenever I'm playing the game, and it's just because I've been with the game for so long. So, you know, maybe Genshin will get there at some point in time too, where it just gets monotonous to play, but it opens up opportunities to play other games and everything as well. But I'm still optimistic for the future of the game. I think that they are building a great world, something awesome for us all to experience. And I'm still going to hold on to that hope that eventually we do get something a little more permanent.
Great.
When did I start
I'll be sure to
Genshin?
attend.
I will say probably day 3. I think it was like day 3, maybe day 4 of its release.
Count me in too.
And the
But
only
is there
reason,
some
or
sort
the
of
only
dress
reason that I
code or
started that
anything
late
for the
is
feast? Can I
because
just show up looking like this?
I think I was playing something else, and I didn't realize that the game had released the day that it did. It was either that or something to do with getting the download. I feel like the server was messed up or something when I was trying to download it. It might have been day 2. I can't specifically remember, but it was at the beginning. At the launch of the game is when I started playing it, because I saw a trailer for it during, I believe, a Sony PlayStation State of Play, and when I saw it, I was like, oh, this game looks sick. It looks like man, I hate saying this. It looks like anime Breath of the Wild. I want to check it out. But to be fair, I never played Breath of the Wild. Like, I played like 10 minutes or something at the beginning of it. And when I played the first 10 minutes of Breath of the Wild, I was like, yep, this is why I don't like Zelda. And I'm gonna not like Zelda for the foreseeable future still. My weapons are breaking all the time, and this is not fun. But seeing the character designs and the world design of this game, when I saw that trailer, I was like, yeah, I gotta play Genshin, I'll give it a shot. And I'm glad I did, because
Since being
it's
organized by
fantastic.
Nilu, I don't think she'll
And
be
I've
too
been with the
picky about
game
that. If
every
anything,
single
I
day
think she
ever
wants
since.
to see us as our most natural selves.
I'm gonna knock on wood. I have not missed a single day of playing since I started.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
There's just something about the world, the characters, and the combat of Genshin that really sets it apart from every other game similar. Even though, yes, it is borrowed heavily from Breath of the Wild, the improvements made to literally all of the other systems is why this game is so successful.
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace.
Story,
No one knows his whereabouts.
gigantically in that regard.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in our
Yep.
village.
Yeah, I'd
You can
agree with
try your
that.
luck there.
Speaking of gacha games, you guys tried out that new game called Nikke?
As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something
What's
to
it called?
discuss with Sino.
Goddess of
Sino when
the
you meet
something
him.
or other? Fantastic gacha game, by the way.
Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
On to our next stop.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's great. It's got some fantastic physics in that game. So I know why it's all the craze right now, and a lot of content creators really going after that game, man. It's it's totally safe to play, no matter where you are. Not embarrassing or anything. It's a great game, well-rounded, awesome battle mechanics, great cover shooter. Well, let's go see what our good friends over in Aru Village are doing. Yeah, it's a good character designs in that one too. I was considering trying it out, but I don't know. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if my phone can handle the demands, the strain it would put on my phone. Hello, Sino.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru Village.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a fantastic game. Highly recommended.
There's Sino.
I didn't tell you that.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
If you are a person of culture, it is a great game.
It seems Kendarvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
Again, right? The Sino just really goes back and reinsures that this roster for Sumeru is stacked.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness.
Yeah, it's a great shooter game. You like Call of Duty? Like Battlefield? You ever play Apex Legends? You ever play any of those fantastic shooter games? Medal of Honor? Dude, Destiny? Try out Nikke. You want a real shooter? Play a real shooter.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive.
You'll be shooting all over the place! It's a fantastic game!
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I'm sorry. Oh, shit.
I've already talked with Candace.
I have.
Chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them.
Zag Aguilar is a fantastic VA, by the way.
But you know,
just gonna put that in there.
Meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's
It's very easy to pick up his voice. Very distinguished.
Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to.
It's kind of like Bryce Papenbrook, in my opinion. Like, whenever I hear any of those voice actors, immediately I know it's them. Like, Bryce literally played an incredibly small, minor role in Final Fantasy 15, and immediately I ran by the NPC, and he was just like, "Welcome to Golden Key," and I'm like, "Holy shit, it's Bryce!" That's how you know you've made it as a voice actor. Zach also does a really fantastic job as the main character in Cyberpunk Edge Runners. He's just great in every role that he plays. He's fantastic. Windblade.
Oh,
yeah, I love that.
You
just seeing the clip of him in his own homemade sound booth or whatever that he has at his house for recording. Fantastic. His channel is great too, man.
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Yeah, I know, right?
Don't worry. These are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
She,
I see.
definitely rubbed me the wrong way in the story quests, Sitar.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Sure.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I mean,
right,
yeah, sure, but I don't know.
I suppose I should start by saying
She's not my favorite NPC, I'll say that much.
I've decided to leave the academia.
Good for you. That is a wise choice.
What?
It's It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity.
It's almost like there were voices or something speaking to you, or like a higher power may have convinced you to do that.
I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
Yeah, what was it? King Deshret totally helped you along the way. The Scarlet King was there for you.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
Little bit.
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sitaria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Well, that's good.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people.
So teach the smart, and let the smart teach the dumb.
That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
Is it though?
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sitaria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night.
Her arrival is like a star shining in the false sky of the desert night.
The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
Who knows if the sky is fake or not?
You deserve
Who knows?
Compliments.
I'll tell you who doesn't know.
Mercenaries are accustomed to danger
Us.
and don't fear
Because
death,
they won't tell us.
which is why we recognize extraordinary actions the common people would easily overlook.
Sitaria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission.
Well, that was the academia of before, not now.
As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul.
Torn to oblivion!
Sitaria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become.
And thus you were manipulated.
Sitaria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
And thus you were manipulated further.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Sino told me that Elazar didn't belong there anymore.
He really didn't. He didn't belong there in the first place.
Much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
See, this is why he's a great character. He agrees.
We have already heard.
He agrees. They did not get what they deserved.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia.
At least not the severity that they
and
deserved.
Accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Such as?
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites.
Okay.
I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need.
Books for
Physical
everyone!
Books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this,
I could think of better things that they
Academia
probably
is
could have
also
had, but
recruiting
sure,
scholars
give
that
them
are
books.
willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sitarian know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
Well, maybe they'll actually learn the truth of, you know, their god, I guess.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert.
Maybe they can learn how to come together as people of Sumeru and not people of the desert, and then the academia, and so on and so forth.
Our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
It definitely feels like a lot of points are getting wrapped up, though, so I will say that they've done a great job at making sure that everything's kind of coming full circle.
No, not at all. We're actually
very much appreciated.
Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Change his mind real quick.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Well, you know.
Tainari was right. He really didn't
Way to
know.
go and spoil the surprise, Paimon.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
Hey, we're throwing a surprise party for Sino. You guys coming? Yeah, all right, we'll come. Hey, Sino, we're throwing a surprise party for you. You coming?
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino.
Damn it,
You
Paimon.
must not like feasts very much.
Yeah, that's totally what it is.
No, not really. But I'll go.
He's just not great with people, from what I
I
gather.
still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sitaria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before.
Well, at least she says she's
but
sorry.
Now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Good.
We've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
So now we get to do the time skip, right? Yep, there it is. 2 days. Well, I will say, again, a lot of things are coming full circle. I appreciate it. There's been a lot of great moments so far in this Archon quest. It is among my favorites, but it's still not my favorite. I still think that my favorite Archon quest probably is still the one with the Raiden Shogun. The one in Inazuma, in my opinion, is just, I don't know, it's got so many freaking crazy hype moments. It's going to be hard to top that, in my opinion. But this one was a very close second. The initial one with Venti. Actually, I don't know, man. All the Archon quests have been great. They really have been great. But I do feel like this is probably a close second to Inazuma. I really, really enjoyed the Inazuma one. But maybe that's a little bit biased because I absolutely love the Raiden Shogun. So, take that with a grain of salt. I don't know. Yeah, I get it. I get that. But I don't know. I just think it's the whole, like, everything with her and Senora and the whole, like, imposing nature of, like, when you first get to meet her. She's incredibly intimidating. She's like, yeah, you look who you're dealing with here. The whole, like, almost execution of Toma. I don't know, man. There's just so much that happens. The Kazuha redemption arc, the combining of the abilities, I don't know, man. There's so many great moments. That's probably why I still I don't know where I'm going. That's probably why I still consider it my favorite of the Archon quests. I just feel like there was a lot of, like, gigantic hype moments that really, like, got me on the edge of my seat because I kind of didn't know how things were going to play out, and literally, I don't know, man, there's just so much, right? There's the whole scene with Scaramouche and us going unconscious, and then Yemiko stepping in and saving us, and then again, Yemiko coming in and saving us with Raiden Shogun. They were very concise, I will agree, they were, but I don't know, man. They left a really profound impact with me.
Here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I feel like the moments in this one, there were a couple of surprises, but I never really felt as threatened, I guess, as I did with Raiden Shogun.
I'm here.
Like, sure, yeah, they're creating this god. He was very intimidating in the brief battle that we had with him, but I don't really know if he felt as threatening. You know, this is supposed to be a god. He didn't really feel as threatening as the Raiden Shogun, in my opinion. I don't know.
Ah, there you are.
Yeah, I kind of get that.
Well, look who finally decided
But it was a
to show
great
up.
introduction to how the delusions weren't something really to be, like, trifled with, right? They weren't a replacement, so to speak, for the visions, and shouldn't be considered in the same realm, you know?
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see
It
you
would have
here.
been great to see him have a little more screen time. But again, there were a lot of great ideas introduced in that arc as well, in my opinion.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
There's been a lot of lore in Sumeru, and I feel like there's a lot of ideas that are getting introduced as well here that are opening up doors for possibilities and a lot of questions, and it's doing exactly what I was expecting Sumeru to do. And I think Fontaine is going to further elaborate around a lot of these ideas and a lot of these questions, and also answer a lot of questions. So I feel like Fontaine's going to play a very similar role, but again, I don't know if that feeling of being threatened by the god is going to really reoccur again until maybe Natlin or Snezhnaya even.
I propose that
I'm sure there's going to be conflict. I'm sure there's going to be like, we've got to help out this area, we've got to resolve the problems, we've got to help the people. That's still going to occur 1000% in Fontaine. Maybe I could be completely wrong, and maybe I will feel the most scared that I've ever felt since starting playing the game when Fontaine gets introduced, and I hope that does happen. But I'm holding on to that feeling of hopelessness because I feel like that's going to happen in probably Snezhnaya more so even than Natlin, but Natlin has the potential to have that just regarding everything we know about it so far, and the Pyro Archon more than likely is going to be badass, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
But I think we are in for a very eye-opening and jarring scenery change when it comes to Fontaine.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here.
Like, I think it's gonna
Let's
be
share some great
a
food and drinks.
stark
And chat
difference
about all sorts of fun things.
from what we've experienced thus far.
Everything looks quite good.
Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here!
Just imagine all of the great dialogue and all of the different, like, technical and legal jargon and everything. Maybe Yenfei will get her reappearance in Fontaine again, and we'll get to listen to all kinds of stuff about, like, you know, the jury jargon and again, and just, like, literally all this legal stuff again. That'd be great. A lot of people will absolutely love that aspect of Fontaine. Yep. In the courtroom we go. I don't know if it'll go right. I highly doubt it'll go that route. I feel like it's going to be a lot more revolving around like technology and inventions. Obviously, we see a lot of inventors getting introduced into the world from Fontaine. That seems to be their you know, their origin point. Any of the inventors that we have met related to Fontaine, right? So I think we're going to see a lot of like technology, again, a lot of inventions, a lot of really quirky ideas pop up in Fontaine. I feel like, again, the scenery is going to be very industrialized, similar kind of like what we've seen in the underground of Sumeru.
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar.
Needless to say, I'm very much looking forward to seeing all of the environment there. Yeah, it's definitely going to be more steampunk, right? 1000%. It's going to have a gigantic steampunk vibe. There's going to be, again, a lot of like mechanical stuff going on there. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be gigantic in terms of like difference from all of the open, vast landscapes and all of the nature and everything that we've seen in these areas. It's just going to be interesting to see, right? Like all of this, at least from my understanding, all of this like steampunk-esque stuff, but this is also supposed to be the nation of Hydro. So how do they incorporate Hydro in terms of like steam?
Feels kind of nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
It'll be really wild to see what kind of designs they come up with for Fontaine.
Being a bodyguard is also
and hopefully we get a sneak peek at some point in time, but I'm not expecting that for at least another 3 months or so. Probably 3 months before we get a sneak peek at Fontaine.
My lady sure has a way with words.
Maybe it'll be sooner than that, but I highly doubt it.
Glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
This is what, 3.2? So we've still got some patches to go. It's probably going to be like 4 or 5 months before we actually get a sneak peek at it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
It's unbelievable.
Underwater city? Oh man, that'd be so sick.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
But think about how many areas they would have to go back and redesign the underwater element to, unless they confined underwater exploration specifically to Fontaine. That would be a lot of overhead.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully.
I don't know if it was luck per se. Al-Haytham seemed to be a little bit too all-knowing when it came to generating plans for them, and all of his plans paid off. The dude's insight is unparalleled.
Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
I highly doubt it was luck.
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance.
Al-Haytham is like Gigabrain.
And put on our best show.
He's like Light Yagami.
Everyone played their part. And thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great
He was
success.
always like 2 or 3 steps ahead of the game, you know?
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Now let's appreciate her, please.
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her.
See, Dunyarzad gets it. She understands. Pretty much everybody that's in this like region of the Great Zubair Theater, they all understand that Kusanali deserves a chance. And it took a little bit for Kusanali to understand that she needed a chance as well.
This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
Especially after all she had to sacrifice, right? Literally having to part ways with Greater Lord Ruka Devata. Does Dunyarzad remember Ruka Devata?
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here,
yeah,
I still have to say it.
Exactly.
Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
This was what I was wondering. I was skeptical about this moment because, again, with the parting of Greater Lord Ruka Devata, I didn't know how that was going to affect everybody. Like, was it just going to magically, like, you know, Men in Black, your memories erased, now everybody forgets her? Or, you know, does it cause mass disarray? But this, I guess, it's a good end in a sense. But now, again, it's got me very curious as to what will happen with the Traveler now. Because the Traveler's the only one that remembers, right? And in him being the only one that remembers Greater Lord Ruka Devata, well, at least we're perceiving him to be the only one that remembers. We don't know at this point whether or not the sibling remembers, or if Dainsleif remembers. Is it possible that the people that do remember Greater Lord Ruka Devata no longer will be deemed eligible to stay in this world at some point in time if we get to encounter the heavenly principles in the future? Will this be problematic for us in the future? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to get across.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
That is a great fucking line. Leave it to Dea to have some of the best lines.
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
Please.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way.
Yeah, she's delivered some of the best lines.
While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Twist the words around on them.
But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
I wouldn't put it past him.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives.
But I know he definitely doesn't care about responsibility.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe?
Precisely.
When Paimon beeped and boop, I cringed hard.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
He's got some hidden agenda.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you?
Still curious to see what his ultimate goal actually is.
Right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy.
I don't know if he's lazy.
There are merely a lot of things that I must
More
do.
so than he just doesn't want to be, again, bound by responsibility. I feel like he just likes his freedom to pick and choose what he wants to do.
Even so,
More than anything else. I think he values
try
that.
to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day, just like I'm doing now.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I will definitely smile from now on, I promise. Alright, let's see what everybody has to say. Let's start off with Nilu.
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it.
She's so damn kind.
That's good.
Again, love the character design. Very much reminds me of, what's her face? The Stigmata in Honkai Impact. I always bring it up. She definitely reminds me of Handel, I believe.
It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale.
Yeah, I think he kind of just wants to be left to be.
Make sure you live it up tonight.
And to find his
I'll
own
be happy
answers
as
for
long
his
as
own
you're
life.
enjoying yourselves.
And really he just wants to be left alone to think and to gain as much knowledge as possible. He's a simple man, but he's a complicated
I'm honored
man.
to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances.
I don't know. I think he enjoys debating and conversing with Kaveh. Like, they're at odds ends, but I think Alhaitham probably enjoys the bickering more than Kaveh does. Kaveh seems to be a little bit more irritated by it.
I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to know more about their backstory as well. Decreases puns.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious.
Again, very powerful, intimidating character. Great voice actor choice.
I don't often
Sino,
come to such
fantastic.
places,
Top tier.
but it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show
No
you
nonsense with Sino at all. Very straightforward,
always
to the
next time.
point.
We're friends after all.
Willing to do what he must to
This feast is
enact
pretty good.
justice.
I like it.
I'm saving Alhaitham for last.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Grilled meat? I'm all for it. Dea, win.
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet.
Again, just
What
another
an
character
amazing place to
that isn't going to
relax.
take things as
No
it
wonder
is.
everybody likes to rest at the Grand
Very straightforward as well. Again, no nonsense.
You said it.
Pride.
Look who else is here.
A lot of pride with Dea.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
She's very reminiscent of, dare I say, Himiko from Honkai in terms of her personality. Loves to drink, loves fighting. Just, I don't know, man. She's just got that, she's got that way about her. Very reminiscent.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good. No, this gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand
Yeah,
Bazaar is lively
possibly.
because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts, unlike the farces at the Academia. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying.
But I still think that my most standout character so far in all the story arc is probably Alhaitham. I feel like there's a lot more depth to him than is let on. I like his analytical way about literally everything. And again, his ability to have quite significant foresight when it comes to literally every outcome possible.
Oh well.
Even though his choices may not be the safest choices, his risks always pay off. It's like he already just knows, right? Yeah, I remember seeing
What's wrong?
the hint
Your hair is starting to droop.
about the Pyro Archon. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I still fail to understand what I was supposed to do for the whole fight against Scaramouche, or the god. So I'll have to go back and try it again to try to learn what I was actually supposed to do. But he nearly whooped my ass. I think I kind of lucked out by using Kusanali's Dendro abilities. But all in all, it was very fun. I really like the scenes. Yeah, appreciate the comment and the vote of confidence. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy.
Yeah. Picking up the little things that you can like grapple hook to. That's kind of the understanding I got. You need to charge up your little buddy, and he helps you.
Just wait here for Paimon.
Obviously, I didn't use a bow and arrow character, which I probably should have used in order to attack the little like floating robot things. That was a goof on my part, but I just thought, hey, maybe I can attack them with regular Dendro attacks like Kusanali, or aiming the like camera shot thingy. But that didn't work. Can she attack them with charged attack? Okay, my bad. I know, I had Yelan and then she got wrecked. What the heck is happening? I felt tired. Is Kusanali... Okay, I was gonna say, like, is Kusanali putting me in a dream?
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you.
I'm very glad that she had a gigantic change of heart and finally got some self-esteem in this quest.
The connection between us is amazing.
I'm glad that we were able to save her. Obviously, we knew we were going to. I think Nahida is a fantastic character. I enjoyed all of the story beats with her. I really can't wait to do her character story quest as well.
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time.
That's understandable.
Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me.
We can do that.
Is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
Or we can not do that for you. Sure.
But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they?
Well, it'd be a great way for them to finally get to see who they are now believing in.
Ruining this wonderful feast. That'd be the last thing I want.
They'll accept her.
About it. Okay. Yes, I have.
Is she possessing me?
I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So...
Is she possessing me?
I've decided to borrow your body for the
Great!
time
This is the best way to do it.
Flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Catherine's not good enough for you now, Nahida? I really wish they wouldn't have spoiled that event with Catherine in the trailer for the patch. Had they have not spoiled that, I think a lot of people would have had fantastic reactions.
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food.
I'll tell you one thing, it would have destroyed me.
It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
Al-Haytham immediately is like, okay, yeah, that's plausible.
No, of course not.
Does not question it at all. He's like, oh,
Lesser
okay.
Lord Kusanali?
Dendro Archon's here. Sick.
Oh, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Al-Haytham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
I don't know if that would really be convincing enough. Like, if it was me standing there, I'd be like, yeah, of course you know us. You're the Traveler.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the Traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the Sages, the Doctor, the Balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation.
True.
Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Teyvat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me.
See, this is again why I love the story quests. Every single character's involvement in it, and I don't know, man, it makes for much more compelling events.
Please.
Compared to stuff that involves other NPCs that we don't really care about.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
You did so much for Lesser Lord Kusanali than you probably remember, because you still believed in her when literally everybody did not.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
She still should have showed up in person. I don't think she really... was it really necessary for her to borrow the Traveler's body? I don't know. This is a great story quest, though. Fantastic. The next day...
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
This is not a dream loop again, is it?
You ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony. All right, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida?
Sure.
She should be in the academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Alright, let's get some knowledge from her, as we have in the past from, like, Yemiko, and we've also got some additional information from Catherine. Well, I mean, I guess it was Nahida still at that point as well. So let's go find out some more information about what's to come in the future, and hopefully get some answers about some questions that I already have. This will be fun. Let's see what kind of reactions they get out of me, if any at all. What are you doing all the ways up there? Is she in the office? Wait, I'm gone to the wrong spot. I am stupid. Yeah, I noticed after I clicked into the House of Dana. Yep, I know. I was just testing you guys. Actually, that's what happened. This totally wasn't a mistake. I was just testing you guys, see if you guys would pick up on it. And I mean, I obviously knew where I was going. I was totally paying attention. I mean, that was a test, and you guys all failed. I'm very disappointed in you. I can't believe you guys didn't know that it was, totally in the sanctuary. I mean, it was obvious. Oh no! Okay. That is the benefit of Yelon. No stamina? No problem.
Take it easy.
This path is way too long. See, I told you guys this is where it was. I don't know why you guys made me go in the House of Dana. That seems bottomless. Yep. Fun area.
Nahida! Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know?
Oh boy. So much.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to.
So, it's decommissioned.
I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently.
We kind of knew that. That was explained.
But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru.
It's not. Where's the imagination if everybody everything that I hear is fact?
Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them.
Find your own way.
And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia.
Good.
The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever.
But who?
The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long.
Truth?
I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it. You mean...
Tell us about the sky.
Put you to sleep?
Tell us about the sky.
Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation.
Okay. Up to number 3. Okay. So who are the top 3? We've got Piero, we've got Dottore, and is the other one the or is it Columbina? Okay, Columbina. I was thinking Capitano for some reason, but okay. Piero, Dottore, and Columbina. Columbina's the one that was like laid down on the like kind of like on the altar or whatever, right? The one with like the weird like white mask. She looks sick. But that's who I'm thinking of, right? Yeah, okay.
However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles.
Yes!
In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it.
Okay, so we don't really know then. Or maybe she does know.
I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place.
I said that.
And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
But will you share that knowledge with me or not? No? Really?
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would
Why?
hide a feather.
Why?
I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features.
Such as?
Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
That's not what that line says. Now the big question.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in the judicial system.
Okay, so we are going into courtroom antics.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials.
Okay. Focalor.
However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere.
Alright, I wonder what the character model is gonna look like for her. Should I start saving my Primo Gems? Should I skip all of these characters that I want to pull for to save for a character that I may want to also pull for?
As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict.
So her rule is...
Anyway,
it's
let's
final.
just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Okay. That's it? Very unique personality. It's interesting, but what else?
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Huh? You mean...
Sis?
About your sister.
Please?
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
True.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister.
Unless, of course, we're in a time loop like I predicted forever ago, and we just don't remember the events of the past.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your sister, because as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all.
Because she's been here longer than me?
What?
Or what?
There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
How? Is it possible we were led to believe that we were? Did somebody affect our memories? Has that idea been implanted in the traveler's head?
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat.
Which is what's portrayed in one of the early trailers, right? It shows Lumine specifically. I mean, obviously it's going to change based upon who you pick as your main character, but it shows the sibling specifically with the downfall of Conria. She's running through the corridor, all chaos is breaking loose. Then it shows them riding on a rune guard, looking down at the sibling. So it shows her in Conria, or the sibling in Conria, but not us.
But just as her journey
Which has always kind of been on my mind a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
The records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
Okay.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
So she journeyed through the 7 nations. Again, my prediction initially, so we'll go over my prediction for this when I watched the Travail trailer. My prediction was that the Traveler goes through all the nations, obtains all the power, reaches a certain level of power, ascends to Celestia. All of a sudden, the gods, are the heavenly principles interferes, says no, strips us of our powers, sends us back in time, repeat journey. This is incurring that I am wrong, but now it's seeming like she obtained the powers, something happened, she was stripped of them, and now all of a sudden she wants to combat the gods. Why?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate.
Dane? No. No, not Dane. Dane? Dane?
And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Yeah, exactly, right? This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Dainsleif because, again, the comment, right? These flowers were always her favorite. Like, he's been through a journey alongside her. He had to have been. So in her journey to the 7 nations to acquire the powers, Dainsleif was with her along the way at some point in time. Something happened with them, but he wouldn't be the one to... I don't know if it would be him or not, man. I don't know. Because it doesn't seem like they're hinting at the heavenly principles being the one to determine her fate. But then possibly because, I mean, she does kind of want to face off against them, and she's telling us that we're on the wrong side of things. And ultimately, it was the heavenly principles that kind of intervened and caused the downfall of Conry as well, right? So, possibly? But then Dane's also trying to go against her as well.
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my Gnosis, right?
Yes.
A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world.
What?
Traveler, you are Tevat's
fourth
Descender.
Who the hell are the other three?
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and his sister isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles.
Okay.
As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Again, would Dainsleif possibly classify as one of the Descenders?
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
There's way more questions now.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom.
There's a lot of information about Alice, though, right? Yeah, and Dainsleif is still from Conria. Who the hell would the other two be, then? We've got the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles, who they're saying doesn't belong to this world, which is huge, because if she doesn't belong to this world herself, then what entitles her to be able to tell people who can or can't leave this world? She's literally gatekeeping the Traveler from leaving, right? Or maybe she was gatekeeping not the Traveler per se, but the sibling. Yeah, Aloy 1000% doesn't belong here. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't know, man. I have so many questions. But again, if the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles doesn't belong to this world, if they're a Descender, again, why are they the be-all, end-all, big bad prevention person from telling us we can't leave this world? Right? Doesn't make sense. Primordial 1, that makes sense that they could be the Descender, 1000%. But again, if they, why do they want to keep us in this world? This is tying back to my theory about Genshin being directly connected to Honkai. And I know a lot of people are going to hate to hear that. But the only thing that I can see in terms of the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles being a Descender is that the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles is probably Kiana or some iteration of Kiana that is keeping people in the world of Tevat because Tevat is free of Honkai corruption. That would make sense. That would make sense as to why the Heavenly Principles doesn't belong in Tevat, but is controlling who has the ability to leave. That makes sense.
There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world.
She is only making a guess. But I would assume that that is an educated guess because she's probably checking Irminsul for information on the Heavenly Principles, but can't find anything. Because according to what she's saying, if there's no data recorded for that person in Irminsul, it means that they're not of this world. Which again makes me guess that she's making a educated guess that they are a descender. Yeah, exactly. Obviously there's no information regarding the Traveler. The sibling, however, appears, which means that our memory of the two of us descending to Tevat together has been skewed or fabricated in some sense, right? Something's happened with our memory. But then, like, it leads to so many other questions because of certain lines that were spoken. Like, you got stuff again from the sibling that, you know, we have always had time. What does that mean? We have always had time how?
If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
She's going to play a larger role in the future. She's going to reoccur. Nahida's gonna pop up at certain points and give us more information regarding her findings. I can already tell that. I've got a lot of questions, and this has left me with so many different things to speculate on. I don't know what to think. Honestly, I don't know what to think. That was crazy.
Is there anything you want?
I'm guessing it's the same questions? Right, okay. So,
you'll also be. I'm very interested.
There's a lot of stuff to discuss, man.
If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Like, there were a lot of answers, but now there's even more questions. Way more questions.
Just close your.
No worries, no worries. Honestly, I think that's probably going to do it for the stream anyways. I'm just glad that I finally got to complete this. It was crazy. I've got so many questions. It's nuts. I'm going to speculate upon them. I'm going to try to really figure out things that obviously we're not going to know the answers to. But again, there's a lot of dialogue that I got to go back and pick apart. Not just from this story arc, but previous arcs in the past. I'm gonna speculate that we're probably gonna end up getting another encounter with Dainsleif and the sibling, probably in the upcoming, if not the next patch following that. There's definitely gonna be some point where we bump into each other again. It's inevitable. We're more than likely gonna get some more answers and more questions at that point in time. But the whole concept of the Descenders being a thing and the bomb that our sibling is from this world are two gigantic revelations. I don't know what to think. That was incredible. I really enjoyed this Archon quest. Again, probably my second favorite next to the one with the Raiden Shogun. I know that's probably gonna differ from a lot of everybody else's opinions, but yeah, man, it was great. Again, thank you guys very much for joining me, and if you're watching after the fact, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am gonna go spend some time with my family, and I will be back again at some point in the near future, so stay tuned to the channel, man. I will be streaming over here, we'll be uploading some videos, and we will discuss a lot more lore and everything else to come in the future, as well as playing other games such as like Honkai Impact 3rd and so on and so forth. That is going to do it for the stream. However, thank you guys again. I will see you all for the next one. Take care. Peace.